Hi everyone. Can you hear me? You just confirm that you can hear me well with my earphones. This live is about mindset, and manifestation. Hello everybody. Okay, you can hear me. That's great. It's about quality of consciousness, evolution of consciousness, how we can use all that to manifest the life we want, where we're at in the process. Good morning, Stacy. So it's all about, I mostly host this lives for the group that's doing my 60-day challenge in bio. That's available for everyone if you want to take a look at it, read the instructions and see if it's something you can commit to. But if somebody is not doing that but still wants to join the live and participate, we have group exercises to increase our energy and manifestation power by focusing our consciousness. You guys know that everything is consciousness. Everything is one, but we're pieces, we're differentiated pieces of the same consciousness. And our evolution has to do with evolving our consciousness. Now, this cannot be done via a huge leap. It has to be done step by step. And we as Fractal are a mirror of that. And I read something really, really interesting. I read something along the lines that you guys know who Alexander the Great was, right? So Alexander the Great, who lived, I believe he lived before Christ, and conquered that whole area that's now Greece and Macedonia and all of that. If you gave him the information from consciousness on how he could create a microchip for a computer, that would be useless to him, and he would be unable to interpret that information, even if it came as a download in his mind very specifically. And the collective consciousness evolution would not permit him to have the materials and have the tools to build this microchip in any event. This is very profound, right? Because what you can achieve in life has to do with, one, where the collective consciousness is in general. Two, with how focused and clear your consciousness is to receive the download for the next step. And I want you guys to be very, very clear on this, right? So when I read the story and sort of this conceptualized what would happen if Alexander the Great received the download on how to build a microchip. Who knows how many downloads for the next progress, for the next step in our evolution have been given to you, but you couldn't do anything with that information. Right? So accessing the information is not sufficient, and sometimes it's not even useful. What you need is to tune your body and your mind in sort of the same vibration as for something that could be beneficial to your life today. This is something to contemplate upon, okay? You need, all of manifestation work is acting on your intuition. Once you have tuned your mind to, I am worthy of receiving, abundance is my birthright, I'm always loved and adored, right? But you need both a prepared intellect and an evolved consciousness to receive. So if you're just doing this repetition, but nothing's changing inside, it's not going to work. So I want to give you guys all the tools that you need to sort of understand the behind of the mechanism on how this works. Don't talk about this also. So I usually on these lives, especially on Monday, because I only go lives like my last live was on Thursday, so I get a lot of emails with questions in between. And so I want to address some of that as they may be general. Somebody was saying how ever since they've been doing this work and they've been talking, everybody's telling her it's BS, but she's seeing changes and she wants to continue. And I always tell people, don't talk about this work with those who aren't ready to hear it. Why do you need to talk about what you're doing with anybody in your life? Okay? Thinking big thoughts in small places is personal and social suicide. You know what I mean? Don't do it. It's not worth the risk. You know, you don't want to be ridiculed. You don't want to be put down. You don't want somebody to tell you got something better to do with your life. This doesn't work. Our mind is very, very impressionable. You shouldn't listen to anybody that tells you the opposite. Keep this work to yourself as you're doing the affirmations and you're doing the work in the 60-day challenge. Keep everything to yourself. Now, the progression, I did a video yesterday because somebody sent me a very confusing question. Like, it was clear she was confused about how this works. She was saying, doesn't the universe already know what I want and just gives me what I want? It doesn't work that way. So I did to her sort of an explanation of how this whole thing works. And I talked to you guys about this several times, and I told you how basically, I hope everybody's watched the double slit experiment. If you haven't, please do. Double SLIT experiment, where they proved, it was repeated a few times, this experiment over the last 100 years, they proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's the observer that determines if light manifests as a wave or as a particle. It's the observer that determines that. When it's not observed, it behaves always as a wave, and it only gets to be a particle, which means to be just something, let's say we would equate this to something material happening when you're observing it. So it's based on your expectation. So if you have observed a few effects that have to do with your focus consciousness manifesting them, that's changing already your paradigm inside your mind. So changing your paradigm inside your mind is why we're doing the 60 days work. And this is just the beginning. I also got a few people have graduated from the 60-day work, and they've said the best part about this work was that I feel completely different every day, and I feel so motivated. I got a lot of thank yous, and I'm very humbled about that. But basically, I tell everybody, when you have brought yourself to this level of vibration, this is your starting point to manifest. Probably in day 1, you won't be able to manifest. Probably in day 2, you won't be able to manifest, because the work that I set out for you guys have to do with changing your vibration and changing the paradigm that's inside your mind. Right? The free coffee. Oh my God, I got so many stories about the free coffee manifestations in all sorts of ways. Oh, the card wasn't working at Tim Hortons. Somebody in front of me bought me coffee. They just said, okay, this coffee is free. Like all sorts of, nice free coffees. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, my group was manifesting a free coffee last week. And so, I want to continue my thought there. The 60-day challenge, when you finish it, and you feel totally different inside because now you've been affirming, you've been doing the work, understand that this is the minimum point you have to be to manifest anything material, right? It's not, I didn't put on repeat, I have the best car in the world, I have, Lamborghini, I have a mansion with 8 bedrooms, because you're just like so far from that, from the inner vibration, that if you don't change your inner vibration first, you can't even manifest the turtle or whatever else we're doing it. I'm on second 60-day challenge. Changes keep coming. I know you're one of the graduates, Disraeli, and you've done so well. Like, you've done so much. I loved how serious you were about this work, and I know you've seen changes. Somebody messaged me that she got $4,400 and another $200 and another $300 and all sorts of money popping up, but that her relationships are not great. And I want to discuss that part as well, right? So her relationship has actually really deteriorated. Like, the other person is really not, So I'm going to tell you, what happens is probably not the people around you that are changing. It's you that's changing, and your vibration in seeing yourself as a wanted and valuable person. The person next to you who has treated you the opposite or not quite there will become intolerable. You will not be able to stand them. Okay, and I know, like, a lot of people who are doing my challenge are married, and they're seeing that discrepancy. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as saying, oh, just forget him, you'll meet somebody else, right? Like, it's very difficult to say that to somebody who's married and have children, but they're noticing that their relationship just doesn't feel right anymore. And I told you my work is inspired by what I've experienced at Dr. Joe Dispenza's seminar. And a Dr. Joe Dispenza seminar, they intro with this. They intro with saying, expect major changes in your life. Expect that when you leave here, you might, like they made it as a joke, but it wasn't really a joke. Like you might want to get divorced. You might want to quit your job. You might want to have a completely change. It's like a complete shift on how you see yourself. And if everyone around you stays the same, it's going to be a problem. Right? Current situation, I agree. Okay, somebody's in this situation already. Well, I know at least 2 people have emailed me this week about this and saying like, my husband and this doesn't feel right. People have started to have dreams that are very contrary, like they're seeing their partner negatively in their dreams. And I tell you, your subconscious, okay, everything that has happened that doesn't align with I'm the best, I'm a priority, I am wanted and valued and loved and adored, and the person who's with me like values me at least where I value myself or higher, everything else is going to begin to feel very uncomfortable. Be prepared for this, right? If you don't want to change your current situation, be careful with this work, because once you change your paradigm, remember, everyone's you pushed out, right? And whoever's not reflecting you that thing will just dissolve, right? Or it will just end with a big drama. Or, like I gave examples 2 weeks ago about 2 people who have lost their best friends in the process of doing this work. They realized the friend wasn't really a friend, even though they were friends for 10 years or what have you. Happening to me too. Yeah. Does anybody want to say, like, I just want you guys not to be scared of this when it happens. Because if you want something else, you have to be someone else. You have to be, look, even in the process of, I got a long testimonial. Oh, this really you too. I just ended a 15-year friendship because I saw the truth in him. So you're the 3rd person that has ended a long time friendship while doing my work. I shouldn't be proud of that. But these people are probably not good for your life anyways. That's me with my longtime friend. Oh my God. Okay, so this is happening a lot more that I'm getting testimonials for. I don't want you to be scared of this, that's all. Okay, has anybody, like, if something is beginning to feel uncomfortable in the process of you doing this work, just know, guys, that things will be okay in the end, right? But there will be a transitional period in which everything will work out for you, right? But it has to settle. It has to settle. Okay, it's me with mom. She's just very negative. You won't be able to tolerate anyone negative anymore. The best thing for you is, like, at least with your mom, you can disconnect. But there's people who are experiencing this with their husbands, and it's much more difficult, right? You can't stay in status quo and tell yourself or reprogram that you wanted and adored and abundant, but still be with your husband, paying 50-50, half the rent or whatever else people are doing. And do you see what I mean? Because it doesn't match with I am adored and valued and provided for and taken care of. A better friend is coming. I literally get nauseated headache around being negative people. Yeah, I even stopped talking to a lot of people when I was doing this work. And more so, like, I find all the time that I value my time so much more than I used to in the process of this work, right? Like, your time, this is our currency. Our time is our currency. And really, like, what kind of life do you want to have? It has to do with how you spend your time, doesn't it? Are you a medium? No. There's no entities talking through me. But I get my downloads in terms of inspirations and words to say. But I'm not a medium. Let's see what else I wrote down for you here. The quality of consciousness that we talked about and I talked about in my video yesterday is very, very personal. It will be different in different people. And, like, scientists do study this phenomena, paranormal, remote viewing, and whatever else they study, telekinesis. And it all has, like, it can never, they can't take the way this person is able to do this thing and transfer it and train it sort of into another person for the same results. And this is really interesting, right? Because this shows right away that where you're at is very, very personal. It's not like everybody's doing the 60-day challenge and will have the same result at the end. This is, you see, when I'm doing small manifestations like turtles and flamingos and everything, some people, $500, some people get it literal. Like, I think I had 3 stories of people who saw physical turtles. Everything else was images. $500, I had somebody get in a gift card, somebody get it in cash, somebody get it in a check, which I put as proof on one of my videos. And, you know, like, so the way you're able to manifest has to do with the quality of your consciousness, how in tune you are with how you are able to ask, how you are able to be clear with the universe. When you get a sync, if it's not the sync you want, like I posted in my video, but not everybody has caught up and watched them, that's why I repeat some concepts. When you get a sync, you either tell the universe, wow, you have fulfilled, you've done good, thank you so much, you know? That's just like when you get a job, or you know you've been doing this, somebody manifested their immigration application being finally processed and finalized after 6 years of waiting while doing this work, the 60-day challenge in my bio. Say thank you. But if you just get a letter that says, or if you see somewhere, I don't know, let's say a lawyer's advertisement that says immigration 100% approved, that's not the same thing when you're manifesting your immigration being approved. So tell the universe, okay, I don't know if this is a sign or not, but you're not there yet. You're not, let me clarify my intent to you. Okay, you got to talk to it like you talk to ChatGPT. Is there any ChatGPT users here? Can you talk to me in private? If you can, contact me. Okay. Send me an email to monakhad@yahoo.com. I have in my bio a link to book a session with me on Zoom, so we can speak face to face, but send me an email and let me know what you want to talk about. First, okay, before you book the session. My life in picture is becoming very vivid. Yeah, but you've been doing this work for 60 days. Tell everybody. You've had many things. Okay, so we have quite a few people who are using ChatGPT. The way you talk to ChatGPT and the way you instruct it, it doesn't matter if you're polite or not. I say please and I say thank you, but I don't know why I say that. I say that because just how I speak. But you don't have to, right? If you just open ChatGPT and you say, give me a list of books of this author, it doesn't care if you said hello to it or not. And the universe is the same. Right? We are taught to have this beggar mentality, especially if you grew up in a religious setting, right? The creator, who is sort of like the creator, the interface between us, the creator, is the universe, right? And here we are, individuated from the creator and having the free will. The creator wants you to have free will. He's created the universe, this field, okay, the field of infinite intelligence to respond to your free will. And I want you guys to understand, you don't manifest only when you see turtles, flamingos, when you get your immigration letter and $500 and whatever else you're manifesting. You manifest every day. So if you don't like what you've manifested today, mind you, today's may be a reflection of your old thoughts, because timing doesn't exist, right? But try to think of, when have I created this circumstance so people react negatively to me? Or so I am not accepted. Let me give you an example. I have somebody in my group who's manifesting some application. I can't give details, but like a specific application to something. And she's applied 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know exactly. And then she says, I'm not really sure why I'm always rejected. And then she said, I had a dream that's interesting now that I'm logging my dream with your work. I had a dream that, my boyfriend, I don't know, he's liking another girl. And even though he isn't, he's a great guy. And I had this dream over and over on repeat. Why do you think this is? Like 3 days in a row. I said, okay, so you have this deep paradigm of not being the preferred choice, the only option, the priority, and chosen, right? And that might not reflect to you with your boyfriend like he's dedicated to you, but it will reflect in this application, right? It's your subconscious. Once you start doing this work, it will show you where you have this inconsistencies between what you're writing down in the 60-day challenge and how your life is turning. So if you feel your boyfriend, if you dream of your boyfriend rejecting you, right? But you know he's not. You know he loves you, he adores you. Where else in life are you feeling rejected? Please analyze your dreams. You know, when I created this work, guys, I created this work, and look, you got to understand, you have to do it exactly as per the instructions. I said that. I said that when I put it out there. I probably have the same with my application. There you go. There you go. I am always chosen, always. I am the best option. I'm always chosen. Always. I intend everything that I do to the highest benefit of all. So I am the best option for all my applications. Right? Of course, you have to approach it with the intention to serve and to give back, even when you're manifesting your SP. When you're manifesting your SP, you're manifesting him because you're the best option for him, because you want to give him or her love and joy and all of this, right? You don't want him as an object. You want to serve. It's always from that perspective. If you don't do it from this perspective, you might manifest him, but you're not going to be able to keep it. You have to do everything with the intention of giving more than what you get in return for it. Sort of how I'm doing this work with you guys. I'm feeling emotional attachment easy, but logically, I don't want them. I'm feeling emotional attachment easy. I'm not sure that's a question. I'm the only option. I'm always chosen. I would like to buy it. What would you like to buy? I probably have the same. I'm trying to see if I missed any comments here. Use ChatGPT. Let's get back to ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, I find I have to clarify what I want out of it quite often. Unless, I'm asking ChatGPT for something factual, like who's the president of France, But if I want something done, I have to repeat it sometimes 4 or 5 times. The 60-day challenge in French. Oh, no, I don't have that. I'm sorry. Do you guys find that with ChatGPT, you have to repeat your instructions? I want you to understand that the universe, this field that surrounds us, okay? Do not mistake this with the creator. This field that surrounds us, that takes our instructions and executes on our free will need clarifications. Will need clarifications, right? Hey, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. If you're on the 60-day challenge in French, you can just ChatGPT it. I don't know. You'd be the only request. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in other languages. Right? Like, how many do you guys just get whatever you want out of ChatGPT, or you have to clarify? So why do you expect that the universe would work? Somebody who left me a message yesterday. Oh yeah, the universe should already know what I want. No, the universe is obligated to act on your free will. Right? 1 second you might want something, then you want something else. Oh, let's do that. No, maybe we go to this other restaurant. Like, think about even your conscious choices, because right now we live in a world of FOMO. Right? So everything you do has an opportunity cost of you not doing something else. So even when I say, let's go eat Mexican food, and be like, yeah, let's, but can we also, I'm foregoing Italian and I'm foregoing this. And as you're thinking and have a strong feeling about Italian food, you may still go to the Mexican to please your friends, but really the instruction to the universe is something else. So as you're jumping through your states, remember what manifests is your dominant state of consciousness. So what manifests is really like what you dominantly and predominantly think of yourself and think of the world. Think of yourself and think of the world. Now, you might have a very good opinion about yourself already. You might be like, I'm the best, I'm tall, good looking, I have money, or whatever it is, and I deserve the best. And it's too bad that in this world, most people are not at my level. Hey, guess what? You're only going to meet people who are not at your level. Because your self-concept, it's not just about you, it's about the world, right? Oh, man can't be trusted. You're going to meet all the ones that are untrustworthy. What you think about the world will manifest. The economy is really bad. People lose their jobs. All around you, people lose their jobs, if that's what you think about it. So I told you guys, don't watch the news. Don't watch crime shows. Don't watch anything that's negative, even if it's all imagination finds a way to manifest into our life. Okay, and I don't pretend I understand all the mechanisms behind it, but I understand that what I predominantly think about the world and myself, because I've been proven this many, many times. This is why I'm talking about the quality of consciousness is very subjective. I'm trying to get you guys to that good state that after the 60-day challenge, you're feeling bliss, you're feeling on top of the world. And then you can be like, okay, so things should line up for me. I'm feeling so good. If you guys ever watched Abraham Hicks, you know, this is her whole teaching. You have to be in the vortex to manifest. The vortex is the state of absolute knowing and bliss. From outside the vortex, you cannot manifest anything. And how many people are walking around in a low feeling state thinking that is normal? This is what I think about this, right? So when somebody gives me a testimonial, I've done this 60-day challenge and I feel like in a state of bliss, in a state of happiness, I'm thinking like, how are you feeling before? Right? How are you feeling before for 24, 26, 36, 50 years and thought that was normal? It was normal to have a little high and then all lows and all neutral and be tired at the end of the day. And like, for how many years have you felt that the way you were feeling previously to this work was absolutely normal? You know what I mean? It's something to contemplate. I am often a little angry at the idea that this is not being taught to children, right? I would have loved to know this growing up and apply this in my life very early. I was watching movies at night, but now I'm watching long-form videos of high-rise condos, etc. I love it. You gotta change the way you do things, or things won't change around you. Right? I don't watch TV at all anymore. Going on 4 years. I love it. I don't either. Very, very seldom I would watch a movie, but if it has... Oh, I was recently watching matchmaking shows on Netflix. Indian matchmaking and Jewish matchmaking. That was it. You know, it was like for entertainment. Awareness, the world can help but to conform to your belief. There's no other option. Yeah, the world will conform to your belief. Now, I want to know if you guys had any surprises. Like, I'm still getting people who have very unexpected calls from people they knew 30 years ago. I'm still like getting testimonials about things that are very unexpected, and they're actually like, I don't even know if this means something or I should do something about it, or, you know, when an unexpected call comes from the past, especially from the past, ask yourself or ask the universe, what is it here that I haven't resolved, that I have to resolve about the me, not about him or her, about the me that I was at the time that I was in this relationship. You get it? What is it the me from 30 years ago is trying to tell the me from now? What do I have to do? And in most of your resolve, go back to that point in time and speak to the then you as you would a third party. Speak to her kindness. Tell her this is going to be resolved. Everything's going to work out. Even as you're going through this, even when your tears are flowing right now, you'll be okay. 30 years from, I'm you from 30 years, and I'm here to tell you you'll be okay. Okay, it might be the child you. You go back and, you know, especially if it's a child, give her a hug and tell her, I love you and I'm going to help you for the next few years. Gain inspiration and gain clarity. I'm going to help you. I'm going to send you back all my knowledge so you can choose a version of you. And it might not be me, but you can choose a version of you that's much better than me. You will be helped. Maybe I wasn't helped when I was you, but you will be helped along the way from all the knowledge that I've accumulated in this world. What can you say about the golden rule? Which golden rule are you referring to? This reference has been said about a few. Do not do unto others what you don't want done unto yourself is my golden rules. So my phone is on temperature. What's going on? Get in here in the shade. Gotta get more water. I wanted to see what time it was actually. Can somebody tell me what time it is? My phone just went on temperature control, my other phone. Yeah, so I want to know what golden rule you guys are talking about. I want to see what else I wanted to talk about. $11:35. Okay, thank you. 12:35 here. Okay, I have a question for you guys. 9:36. Wow, you guys are watching from all over the place. Is your energy unlimited? Do you think your energy is unlimited? What do you think about your energy system, about you drawing energy? This is important to understand. I have like a few responses so we can talk about. Is your energy unlimited? Let me know. Oh, so that was the golden rule. Will there be bad karma when we manifest bad things to other people? You know, I talked about some energy work that was done to destroy somebody and it worked. You know, it was a story that I heard of. I don't even want to know what's going to happen to that person. All the work that we do here is we manifest to the highest good. If I manifest to the highest good of all, and I get the highest good back to myself, I would assume that the opposite is also true. Okay? Do not do that. My energy is unlimited. Let's see. Yes, it's strong. Yes, I think energy can be depleted. Okay, I want to tell you guys something. If energy would be unlimited, you wouldn't even need to not react to things or what have you, because you'd have this unlimited energy to direct towards the goals that you have. Energy is limited. Actually, energy overall is unlimited, but through your vessel, you are able to draw a limited amount of energy, right? Remember, your body is the vessel of your consciousness. And through this vessel, and through this vessel only while you're alive on earth, are you able to draw energy. If your vessel is somewhat damaged, if you pollute it, either energetically or with organic things, it's not going to work the same way, right? The energy is not going to flow through it the same way. So I am on my meditation section in my YouTube, okay, it's under the same handle at Finer Manifestation. I have a concepts meditation, but I also have a 2-minute energy clearing exercise and removing some blocks exercise. Try to do that 2-minute exercise. 2 people have done it. One of them was my friend and one of them was somebody from my group, and they reported to me that they felt completely different. Okay, you'll need to do it by a body of water. It's like 2.5 minutes, right? It's just moving a certain way, so please try it. So let me go back to my point. Non-reaction is important so you don't deplete your energy. Non-reaction is important so that you retain as much energy that you've been able to collect through your vehicle every day in order to direct that to your manifestation. This is why it's also important to bring yourself to a state where you vibrate high. Like these people are saying, I'm feeling so good, I'm looking forward to the day, I know something good's going to happen. I know, as all of this are happening, you're opening your vessel to receive more. And anything negative will create a block. Anything negative, right? So there's all these practices for increasing the capacity of your vessel. There's so many practices. That's not necessarily what I teach here. But please understand, number one, that you need to take care of your vessel to the maximum amount that you can. Whether it's what you eat, don't pollute it. Okay, don't pollute it. Don't put things in it that are not natural. In terms of sun energy, in terms of being out in nature, in terms of not watching anything negative, in terms of not taking on somebody else's burdens. This is why I can't do social work. I can't take on and I can't see some of the things that people go through. Some people can. Some people can be that detached, but I can't. Think about, if you're already doing this work, you're likely an empath in some way. And if you're talking to your friends about how bad they have it, if you're always the friend that people dump things on, that's changing your energy system. Please have a review of your life where you review where you give energy. I have had a bad childhood, can't forgive my parents, and not being able to forgive will affect my manifestation 100%. I actually, if you're not part of the 60-day challenge, number one, you should do it. The price is symbolic. Number two, I gave an example on how it was really difficult. Some of these things are really difficult to forgive, right? Like I know, especially if it's childhood or abuse or what have you. But I got cheated out of a lot of money one time by a business partner. What for me at the time was a lot of money. And I never spoke to that person again. I put him on block. And the point is, every night I was envisioning giving him a hug. I had to do that for about a month to bring myself to a place where I no longer hated him. This was extremely difficult. Hatred and anger towards somebody is a poison that you take hoping it would kill the other person. It doesn't. It only affects you. Most likely they're like happy to be rid of you. It's hard work, right? It's hard work only because of the ego. I'm giving my energy to energy wasters. It's good that you know that. Because if you don't know that, you can't change it. But if you know it, you can, right? As long as I stay focused, my energy is good. When I'm open emotionally, not paying attention, I'm done. Yeah. You're probably big time an empath, Disraeli, especially when you're doing this work. You need to stay. And when I go to crowded places, like I'm going to go meet some people for lunch after this, I always put my protection on. I specifically call energy on through my head chakra, right? Like I just see a veil of white protection around me and I say nothing that's not mine can touch me in this room. You walk into a restaurant, you walk into a crowded place. This is a 2-second exercise or 10-second exercise. You should try it, see how you feel different. Because I once went to a conference and I, like within an hour of being there, but I was very open. I was doing the work and I thought I was just gonna faint for no reason. And when I got out, it took me 10 minutes and I was completely okay. So it wasn't like I wasn't sick or anything. It just the energy of the room, depending where you're at also. This happens to me if I ever visit somebody in hospitals or something. I immediately feel. It is awful. Okay, let's see. What else I missed? Yes, you need to catch yourself. You need to catch yourself all the time. You need to be aware. Just like when you drive a car, guys, you always pay attention to the road. Right? You always pay attention to the road. Because you know your safety, your physical safety is affected by you not paying attention. This is the same thing. If you don't pay attention to what's draining you, to how your energy is affected by different events and different situations that you're in, your spiritual safety is going to be affected. And spirit is where you create from, right? Spirit is what gives the instruction. I feel the energy of churches are all temples. I was once into a Masonic temple. That was a huge mistake. I sat on one of those chairs. They had like the red chairs all around it. And I sat on... I just thought it was cool at the time. I can associate a lot of negative events from doing that. They were like this velvet chairs from like 100 years ago. And I just thought it would be cool to take a photo there. There was nobody there. What a mistake. Try not to, when you go to old places to visit historically, try not to touch anything. Energy is never really cleared from places where a lot of things have happened. And it all depends, like it won't affect people the same way. It all depends with how open you are energetically, how your energetic system is resonant or dissonant with things that have happened in that place. Family parties are draining, but I feel bad not going. You know what? For me, it was draining just getting together with a certain group of friends. And then I would feel bad not going. And then I made those like more rare occasions. So sometimes, you have to remove yourselves in steps. I understand, because this situation, you can't just turn around and tell your mother-in-law, you're a drainer, get out, right? I understand that. But do everything possible socially to make sure you distance yourself even a little bit, even in small increments, from anything that doesn't feel fitting to your energetic system. Your energetic system is your treasure, especially when you're doing the 60-day challenge. Because at the end of the 60-day challenge, you have to be in a point where you have raised your vibration enough, you have contributed to our group, but you have also taken energy that all the statements are inside your paradigm. Like, I am abundance, I am loved, wanted, adored, right? Why are these places so draining? It's because a lot has happened and a lot of mixture of energy was contributed on top of them. And who knows what has happened, right? Especially in temples and churches, who knows what sacrifices they were doing back in the day. We don't really know history the way it actually happened. You don't know what's been happening there, right? Who knows who was abused? Like, who knows what they left behind? Temples in Malaysia, I got dizzy there. Yeah. Especially if you're, Dina, I can see you're a white person. Especially if you're not culturally in tune with that sort of energetic system of that specific culture, right? Because for you, it would feel very dissonant. I'm talking energetically. It's not in your energetic line. So when you go in there, especially if you're open as an empath, right? All of a sudden you'll be hit by, it could be like really good energy, right? But it's just energy you're not used to, because nobody in your line has ever done those practices or connected with those higher entities or what have you. After college, I moved back home. It was Zora's decision for my peace, and I feel this is hindering me. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. See, for somebody, it's European churches that they were used as hospital for housing for soldiers. I visited a hospital yesterday, became so weak once home, clearing my energy and feel so much better. Always take a shower, including your hair, when you've been to some of this place. It's got nothing to do with hygiene, okay? Washing your hands and disinfecting is not the same. You have to let water run on you. And you have to distance yourself. See, like, this has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. I wish love and peace and health to everybody who was there. It's got nothing to do with my life. Even temples in my country would affect me. Yeah, you're an empath. Most people doing this work are. What about friends that drain you a lot? How to protect our energy when we are with them? You need to do everything possible to remove yourself from that group of friends. Negative energy is more powerful than positive energy. Okay, let me say that better. Negative energy, somehow, the way they structure the world, the collective consciousness is currently vibrating in negative energy. Would you agree? Oh, we all have to agree. Just take a look at the world, right? More people in the world are suffering than people who are happy in the world. And think about that 1 billion people go to bed hungry. So, because anything negative would be more resonant with what is in the collective. Guys, the power of the many is overwhelming. Okay, this is why we do the work in the many, in the group, because we know there's power in the group. So if the collective consciousness has been set up such that it's vibrating negative, your positive thought, even though positivity is stronger than negativity from a spiritual perspective, this thought will either need to be protected or infused with the divine spirit to permeate and make its way into this negative consciousness world. When somebody speaks negative, they're more resonant with the rest of the population on Earth. So their thought is stronger automatically in terms of being able to manifest. Do not go there. Do not watch crime shows. Do not watch the news. Do not decide not to be part of the collective negative. You know, I heard this thing about human design. I saw somebody on Gaia, but I don't really remember exactly what it entails. I try to keep my spiritual practices very simple. Astrology, I work with the moon cycles in terms of, I found there is a resonance in terms of, especially as a woman, you know, being able to align with the moon and my physical cycle, and, you know, astrology in terms of, yeah, there is elements in my zodiac sign. I'm an August Leo. In my zodiac sign that do resonate with the person that I am, but it's also like I have changed a lot of the setup of my natural being over the years, right? Because we're supposed to evolve and grow our consciousness. What if my SP's outlook on life is very negative? You know, if you're not married to your SP, you need to distance yourself from your SP. I told you, you can't really change your SP from inside your interaction with them. You have to distance yourself. And through you changing only you, the version of them that's going to pop up will be different. But it's very difficult to do this if you have daily interaction in the negative. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I'm very aware now, and when somebody complains, I don't say me too. Oh my God, think about how many times you have sympathized with them. You know, how many times we listen to somebody's bullshit and be like, yeah, I'm tired too. Yeah, economy's bad. It really is. People are gonna like lose their job. They really will, you know, and you're contributing to the same thought pattern because you want to be polite. You know, just say, let's hope not. Let's hope not. If somebody says, I'm tired, I'm not feeling, go rest. Take care of yourself. Disassociated from you. I don't know why. You see how this is ingrained in us, that in order to be polite, you have to mirror the other person's feelings. Do you happen to know your moon sign? No, what is that? Send me an email if it's something interesting that I should know. My email is in my bio. That's so true. I was talking to my husband about not agreeing with negative people. Do not provide your agreement. Everything that you provide agreement manifests. Manifests. Guys, take your 60-day challenge seriously. Please. Do the work. I want to hear from all the people who have finished the 60-day challenge. So far, I heard from 2 people, and they said they're not going to stop. They're going to continue doing this as a lifestyle, associating 3D with what happens to inside their mind, etc., which is great, and to write their affirmations. I am so happy that you decided to be part of this group and doing this work for yourself. This is what came to me this morning while I was sitting in the sun. I'm just, you know, when I wake up, the first thing I do is like I go outside. Well, now that it's summer, I go outside and stay in the sun, and I just like with my diary, and I just want to see what comes to me. Okay, this is what came. So what we're gonna do now, or the end of the live, 56 days. Okay. At the end of the live, we're gonna do a practice. If you guys don't want to do the practice, but I think pretty much whoever's here is my group. But if you guys don't want to do the practice, it's time to end. We end with the tapping, the 369. You repeat after me. I have a small, whatever came to me, like a small, not a small paragraph. It's a whole page. You can repeat this after me, or you can close your eyes right now and internalize this message that came to me this morning. Okay. It's better to repeat it though. But if you don't, I'll pause so you can repeat it. Okay, you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. And let's begin. I love wealth, and wealth loves me. I love getting paid in my sleep. I love that my life is constantly increasing and expanding. I love that my body is a precious tool that I can tune to the frequency of abundance. I love that the universe is so infinitely intelligent and understands what I want. I love being loved and adored. I love being part of a group that works to bring forward the best version of themselves and increase their lives. I love that we have a focused vision that abundance is our birthright. I love that I am able to contribute. I love my body. I love its perfection and how every cell knows how to renew itself to its perfect energetic blueprint. I love that all my organs are in perfect alignment to their perfect design. I am in awe at just how my body wants to and works to sustain me on this beautiful planet. I love that my life is getting better and better. I love that I can do what I want to do each day. I love that my life is filled with beautiful and caring people who love me and have my best interest at heart. I love feeling immersed in absolute goodness and joy. You can open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. I want some winning stories this week. Really mean it when you say it. The 369 tapping. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.